Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Sohail and you are watching Arakan Times Daily English News. Today is Thursday, 17 October 2024. Today's news headlines. Over 470 members of the Arakan Army AA, including forcibly recruited Rohingya youths, were killed and many were injured in Mongdo. Rohingyas are daily dying in the prison of Butidong. Details of today's news. On October 13 and 14, during the fight between the Arakan Army AA and the military council, 474 members of the Arakan Army AA, including 169 forcibly recruited Rohingya youths, were killed and over 200 were injured, including 66 forcibly recruited Rohingya youths in downtown Mongdo Township, Arakan State, Myanmar. 474 members of the Arakan Army AA, including 169 forcibly recruited Rohingya youths, were killed and over 200 members of the Arakan Army AA, including 66 forcibly recruited Rohingya youths, were seriously wounded during the fight between the Arakan Army AA and the military council in downtown Mongdo on October 13 and 14. It has been reported that the Rohingya youths who were forcibly recruited by the Arakan Army AA are from the Butidong, Ratedong and Chokta Township, and they were taken forcibly to Mongdo to fight against the military council. There are about 700 Rohingya youths who were detained by the Arakan Army AA without any reasons from Butidong, and among them, some, including others from different townships, have been forcibly brought to Mongdo and sent to front lines in the fight. About 169 forcibly recruited Rohingya youths were killed and 66 were seriously wounded during the fight between the Arakan Army AA and the military council in downtown Mongdo on October 13 and 14. An escaped forcibly recruited Rohingya youth stated that we were forcibly recruited and taken to downtown Mongdo to fight against the military council in Nakaka 5. But during the fight, these forcibly recruited youths died and were injured along with members of the Arakan Army AA. Many of the dead bodies of the forcibly recruited Rohingya youths who were killed in the fight were burnt along with the members of the Arakan Army AA. The escaped forcibly recruited Rohingya youths further recounted that Rohingya youths who were forcibly recruited are not given any ammunition but are used as laborers by the members of the Arakan Army AA. They are also used as helpers during the fight and sent to the front lines without guns, accompanying the members of the Arakan Army AA as their helpers. It has been reported that many more forcibly recruited Rohingya youths have been brought from different townships to Mongdo by the Arakan Army AA, and they are also being sent to the front lines to fight against the military council in Nakaka 5. No one can escape from there as members of the Arakan Army AA always follow them, and if anyone tries to flee, they are shot dead or brutally tortured so they cannot walk or speak. Therefore, forcibly recruited Rohingya youths are forced to comply with their orders. It has been reported that the bodies of the members of the Arakan Army AA who were killed during the fight in Nakaka 5 were taken by trucks to the southern Mongdo area, specifically to Angdang and Chopandu villages, where most of them were burnt and buried. It has been reported that Rohingyas who were abducted and detained have been imprisoned in the prison in Butidong Township, Arakan State in Myanmar. The Rohingya prisoners who have been imprisoned in Butidong prisons are daily dying due to the regular mistreatment and torture by the members of the Arakan Army AA, said a released Rohingya man. The Rohingya prisoners who are in Butidong prisons are only fed food once in every 2 days, and many prisoners are affected with malnutrition, and members of the Arakan Army AA daily force them to work as laborers and also mistreat them regularly. The prisoners are only fed once in every 2 days. The foods are mostly spoiled. There are many prisoners who have been confronted with numerous diseases due to such spoiled foods. The illness prisoners are not given medicines at all. The prisoners are totally forbidden meeting with their family members. According to the source, there are over 10 prisons in different villages in Butidong where the innocent Rohingyas are imprisoned with fabricated cases. But the Butidong prison is the biggest prison with many Rohingya prisoners amongst all. An eyewitness stated that members of the Arakan Army AA who are performing duty in Butidong prison regularly conduct brutal torture and mistreatments in various ways to the Rohingya prisoners, and sometimes the prisoners are dead due to the brutal mistreatments by members of the Arakan Army AA. I myself heard the screaming of the prisoners while they were being brutally tortured and saw many prisoners in starvation for this. The prisoners are daily dying as they are not given medicines after they had been brutally tortured and mistreated. When the prisoners die, we are forcibly taken and used as laborers to bury them. But we have to bury them without funerals, though the dead prisoners are Muslims. And members of the Arakan Army AA don't allow to bury by praying funerals. The Rohingya man who was taken as laborer in the prison also stated that there are doctors and hospitals in the prisons, but the doctors don't give treatments to Rohingya prisoners as they are members of the Arakan Army AA. I even saw a prisoner who is from Buttinon downtown with runny nose and heavy cough, but he wasn't given treatments, though he repeatedly approached to Arakan Army AA's doctors in the prison, but he was kicked and punched instead. A source stated that there are approximately 1,000 Rohingya who have been imprisoned by Arakan Army AA without any justifiable reasons in Buttinon Township, Arakan State in Myanmar. And the Rohingya prisoners are daily dying due to the brutal torture and mistreatments by members of the Arakan Army AA in the prisons. The prisoners also die due to malnutrition as they are only fed once in every 2 days. Thanks for watching Arakan Times Daily English News.